Each drop of blood spilled in those accidents was no accident at all. It was sacrifice. For many years, death had a workshop in the heart of the city, and the man running it wore a calm smile. But behind that sweet smile hid a heart darker than the night. After leaving his workshop, those cars turned into instruments of disaster. Accidents followed. People died. Some were left paralyzed. Some lost limbs. Families were shattered. Children became orphans. For years, he ruled without suspicion. But evil never stays hidden forever. Kofi was not just a mechanic. He was a collector of blood. The smiling mechanic who collected blood. A true African tale of deception. Have you ever shaken hands with someone and felt a strange sensation deep within you? Today's story will shake your soul and open your eyes. If you're new to AfriFun Tale, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the notification bell for more life-changing stories. Don't forget to drop your comments below. They said not all that glitters is gold. But if only they had looked closer. If only they had asked the right questions. If only they had listened to the silent screams of blood crying from the dusty roads. For many years, death had a workshop in the heart of the city. And the man running it wore a calm smile. Kofi was the kind of man every customer wanted to meet. He was gentle, polite, well-spoken, and had the patience of a priest. His words, so warm, it could melt even the most hardened soul. If you met him for the first time, you'd never guess the storm that danced behind his eyes. He graduated from the University of Accra with a degree in mechanical engineering. A bright mind. A gifted man. He opened a workshop right in the busy center of Accra, and before long, his name became a household name. His workshop was always filled with customers who came to fix their vehicles. Everyone wanted their vehicles touched by Engineer Kofi. They said he was fast, affordable, and highly efficient. What more could one ask for? But behind that sweet smile hid a heart darker than the night. What the people didn't know was that any vehicle Kofi worked on became a coffin on wheels. After leaving his workshop, those cars turned into instruments of disaster. Accidents followed. People died. Some were left paralyzed. Some lost limbs. Families were shattered. Children became orphans. But Kofi's hands always remained clean, at least in the eyes of men. No one could trace anything back to him. The city was too busy. Accidents were common. No one suspected that a smiling mechanic could be the architect of such sorrow. But in the realm of spirits, nothing goes unnoticed. Kofi was not just a mechanic. He was a collector of blood. He belonged to a powerful secret cult. And each drop of blood spilled in those accidents was no accident at all. It was sacrifice. Through dark rituals in his coven, he harvested the blood of the dead and used it to renew his covenant with darkness. In exchange, he was promised more wealth, more customers, and more power. There was one object he never removed from his body, a mysterious black ring. It was a gift from the cult. Whenever he wore it and touched a vehicle, his diabolical influence flowed into the machine like poison in a stream. That ring was no ordinary jewelry. It was an instrument of destruction. For years, he ruled without suspicion. His name became golden. His smile became trusted. But evil never stays hidden forever. One sunny afternoon, a man named Mr. Sunday drove into Kofi's workshop. Mr. Sunday was a popular cloth merchant in Accra. He owned several vehicles, which he used to transport goods from city to city. But this man was not ordinary. Unknown to many, Mr. Sunday was the son of a great herbalist called Diab, whose name echoed through the forests of their village. Mr. Sunday had inherited certain powers from his father, and among them was a very special ring passed down through generations. The ring had one unique purpose. When worn, it would expose evil. If the wearer shook hands with a wicked person, signs would immediately manifest in their body, strange sensations, hotness, or shivers, and the person would instantly know they had encountered darkness. When Mr. Sunday met Kofi, everything seemed normal. They chatted briefly. Mr. Sunday explained the problem with his vehicle and promised to return the next day. Then they shook hands. But the moment their palms met, Mr. Sunday felt it. A strange wave of heat crawled up his spine. His stomach turned. His hand began to itch. That was the sign. Something wasn't right. He smiled, thanked Kofi, and walked away calmly. But inside him, the drums of suspicion were beating. That night, he sat by his shrine. He lit the sacred candles and called on the gods of his fathers. He spoke into the wind and asked for clarity. The spirits answered. They told him the full truth about Kofi. They revealed the blood, the ring, the rituals, and the lies. The gods instructed him to return to the workshop, take back his vehicle, and secretly take a picture of Kofi. That image would be used to crush his power and make him confess. The next morning, Mr. Sunday returned to Kofi's shop. He laughed. He smiled. He paid. He collected his vehicle. And as he waved goodbye, he raised his phone and took a picture of Kofi, like a friend preserving a memory. Kofi didn't suspect a thing. At home, Mr. Sunday did as the gods instructed. He sanctified his vehicle and performed rituals using the image he had captured. Candles burned. Incantations were whispered. 7 days later, the wind changed in Accra. First, Kofi's mansion caught fire in the dead of night. The flames rose high, painting the sky red. Luckily, he lived alone, but the house was reduced to ashes. He rushed to his cult members for help, but they could not understand the power tormenting him. Then, in a strange twist of fate, a fire broke out at his workshop. All his tools, all the vehicles he had touched with the evil ring, everything burned. Other workshops nearby were untouched. Only his own was consumed. He sat in the rubble, weeping. His empire was falling. A few days later, Kofi began to act strange. He would walk the streets half-naked, shouting, "Please, stop flogging me. I'll confess. Please." He was being beaten by the spirits of those who died in the accident he caused. Finally, the burden became too much. He stood in the middle of the market and began to speak. His voice shook. Tears flowed down his face. He confessed to everything, how he belonged to a cult, how he sacrificed blood through accidents, how he used the ring to bewitch vehicles. People gathered. Women screamed. Men gasped. Some wept. Others burned with anger. The crowd turned into a mob and began to stone him. But before death could snatch him, the police arrived and dragged him away. After that day, Kofi's life became a shadow of itself. He was shamed, rejected, abandoned. Customers fled. Friends vanished. His face was plastered on blogs and newspapers. His name became a warning. He denounced the cult. He rejected all ties to evil. With nothing left in Accra, he packed his bags and returned to his village, a broken man. There, he took up farming and began to live quietly. No cars. No rings. Just a hoe and a field. And every time he looked at the soil, he remembered the blood he had taken. Let this story teach us that not every smiling face is clean. In a world full of pretenders, only discernment can save us. Some helpers carry hidden daggers. Some blessings are traps. Watch and pray. Be careful where you take your problems. What looks like a solution may be a setup. Kofi's story is not fiction, it is a warning. If you're listening this, say a prayer. Ask for protection from friendly enemies. Ask for wisdom to know who is real. And if you ever feel strange after meeting someone, don't ignore it. Your spirit knows what your eyes cannot see. Now that you've heard Kofi's story, what do you think? Is there a Kofi near you? Have you ever been deceived by someone who looked good on the outside? Whose face is gentle, but whose works are wicked? Let's talk in the comments. And if this tale opened your inner eyes, share this story. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting stories.